Our next team is a forward-thinking brand that is rooted in simplicity and sustainability. They're focused on making a meaningful impact in such a large market by redefining everyday care through purpose-driven values. Please welcome to the stage, EcoGlow.
How's it going, everyone? We are EcoGlow Sun Protection. My name is Worthy Keith.
I'm Charlotte Tarleton.
I'm Emily Meary.
And I'm Don Paul Powell.
We are here to change the sunscreen market for good. Let's take a look at this quick video.
Don't use sunscreens.
Oxybenzone, homosalate.
The chemical-based ones use avobenzone, oxybenzone, and
sunscreens are killing the ocean. Most chemical sunscreens use things like oxybenzone and octinoctate, which
it is getting hot outside, but before you grab that bottle of sunscreen, the first thing you need to do is check the ingredients on the back.
It's the dreadful oxybenzone.
Oxybenzone. Every single one of these chemicals is still in these products on the shelf today, so you need to watch out.
I'm sure that y'all have used one of these 3 sunscreens before. I know I have. They all contain something called oxybenzone. Oxybenzone is a toxic chemical that disrupts your reproductive system and blocks your hormones. It's not the only thing that these sunscreens contain. Between these 3, there are 82 different ingredients. Let's stop putting toxic chemicals on your skin that you don't even know.
1 in 5 people will develop skin cancer at one point in their life. But at this point, what's your option? Put harmful chemicals on your skin or increase the risk of skin cancer by not applying sunscreen at all. That's why we think there's a hole in the market.
That's where EcoGlow comes in. EcoGlow is an all-natural, everyday, environmentally safe sunscreen with just 6 clean ingredients. We believe sun protection shouldn't contain harsh chemicals, so we've created a formula that's gentle, effective, and locally made. With our all-natural ingredients, our sunscreen protects the ocean's health and surrounding ecosystem. Packaged sustainably, EcoGlow doesn't just protect your skin, it nourishes it naturally.
So why EcoGlow? What makes us different? We offer 6 ingredients that are all FDA approved, we're locally crafted, and we package sustainably. What sets us apart is how intentional every decision is, from the formula to the feel. Now let's break down what makes EcoGlow uniquely glow different.
First, our ingredients. Coconut oil, which serves as a moisturizer. Shea butter gives a thick texture. Beeswax gives waterproofing power. Zinc oxide, which prevents sun damage. Lavender oil, which gives a good scent. And sunflower lecithin, which balances our texture.
Now for our packaging. We package our product in a 100 milliliter bamboo jar. Bamboo is not only important because of its sustainability, but its ability to keep our sunscreen at a safer temperature rather than plastic, especially in the sun. Now let's dive in and see what makes EcoGlow different.
EcoGlow offers SPF 30 protection. Strong enough for all-day sun, gentle enough for everyday use. It's effective, reliable, and built for real outdoor living. This past semester, we have spent many trials perfecting our product, trying to make it perfect for you.
Now for our main competitors. We've studied their wins and their flaws, but EcoGlow, we're meant to stand out. We're not just copying trends, we're building on them. We've also done more studies on international brands that tend to use natural ingredients in their products so we can form a more safe and skin-friendly product.
For our customer segment, we mainly want to focus on the health-conscious person, someone who cares about what they're putting on their skin on a day-to-day basis. We also want to tend towards the outdoor enthusiast that spends a lot of time in the sun, and to parents that want their children to be putting something safe on their skin.
Our total addressable market is the United States population, then narrowing down our serviceable available market, which is the amount of people in the United States that wear sunscreen in general, then most specifically our service obtainable market, which is the amount of people in the United States that wear sunscreen on a daily basis.
For our marketing strategies, EcoGlow intimately connects with the Austin community by participating in local events to strengthen our presence around a sustainably focused product. Our brand leverages social media platforms, such as Instagram and TikTok, by posting engaging content to cultivate a deeper engagement with our audience.
We also want to reach out to ambassadors to help promote our product through their following. We also want to go to trade shows around Texas and around America to be hands-on in meeting our customers. We have created a website where people can buy EcoGlow from their phone. This saves time, answers questions, and connects people with our product. For our revenue, in year one, we confidently think we can sell 3,000 units. Our production will be limited because we will be doing it ourselves, but we think that's the best way to have the best quality control and make sure our product is perfect before we scale up. By year three, we hope to find a manufacturer that can make our product as demand grows, driving costs down.
EcoGlow will be sold at $30 per unit with a current production cost of $8, giving us a 73% margin. Our sunscreen is still comparatively 30% less than other sunscreens similar to ours on the market. And as we scale up production and increase sales, the cost of goods sold for each unit will decrease.
For our SG&A, selling, general, and administrative expenses, that covers legal fees, accounting, marketing, our website, and our packaging. EcoGlow runs on a lean SG&A model to maximize margin while still investing strategically in brand growth.
Let's break down our 3-year plan. Like I said earlier, we will be focusing on a local production model to try to make sure our product is perfect. Year 2, we hope to get a little bit more efficient at that process while still looking for a manufacturer. We are in no rush to find a manufacturer because we need them to make our product with the same values that make EcoGlow special.
We've researched manufacturers that make other healthy and natural cosmetic products like ours, so these would be the first 3 we'd reach out to meet those standards. We furthermore want our manufacturer to be in the United States so we can check up on them regularly and avoid the hassle of tariffs on imported goods.
Now for our distributors. In year 1 and year 2, we want to stay with local retailers like Mignana and furthermore Westlake Dermatology. Seeing as we've already spoken to their chemists about selling in store, we think this would be a perfect fit for EcoGlow. Moving into year 3, we want to widen our distributions to Whole Foods Market and People's Pharmacy.
Our MVP journey involved carefully refining our sunscreen recipe through multiple tweaks to perfect the texture, moisture, and color. After dialing in our formula, we got together as a team to produce larger batches by hand. We then sold small and large glass jars at South by Southwest, where we made our first $200 in sales and provided an early interest and traction to EcoGlow.
Back in February, we made the first batch of EcoGlow, starting the recipe process.
As we first started, we did many trials, trying different amounts of ingredients, but we soon realized our formula was too thick and hard to apply. But we didn't stop there. We kept testing and we kept improving until we finally found that key ingredient. Sunflower lecithin gave us that smooth, wearable texture and completed our formula.
Throughout our MVP, we spent 22 hours curating our product, ensuring only the most ethically crafted items made the cut. Then we spent a day at South by Southwest selling and introducing EcoGlow to the public. After we sold 40 units, we learned and got experience on B2C selling.
We also sent out a form to people who used EcoGlow, and the majority of our feedback was centered around packaging. As a result, this has become a primary focus for our team, as we are committed to ensuring that our customers love the aesthetic of our product.
At EcoGlow, we're thinking big picture. We don't want to limit ourselves to just one product. From lip balms to sunscreens and beyond, we see a line of EcoGlow products on shelves across America and maybe even across the world.
Judges, we need your help to solve this problem. With this $15,000, we want to upgrade equipment, testing, marketing, and establish an LLC and patent for our formula. We have already raised $3,000 in investment capital. With your help, we can go even farther and evaluate our brand.
EcoGlow isn't just a business that we started because of a class we took. It's turned into a passion that we all share to help people. Throughout this year, we've all grown as a group, spending countless late nights working on this. We believe that you should not only invest in our product and in our idea, but rather in our team. We've worked so hard on this, and we think that that shows to who we are.
As we wrap up, remember this. EcoGlow isn't just about sunscreen. It's about a choice to prioritize your health. Together, we can make a difference with every application. Thank you for joining us on this journey towards a safer, healthier future. EcoGlow.
Protecting you and the planet.
Great job, guys. That was wonderful. I had a quick question on the competitors. I'm actually very familiar with this market because I have 3 swimmers. So I understand the endocrine disruptors in the commercial sunscreens out there, and I love the product. This is a fantastic idea. What makes EcoGlow healthier than that competitor slide that you showed?
There's no one on the market that has, at least that I've seen, that has our exact formula, our exact amount of ingredients, and 6 ingredients. That you should know. At least I did. I don't know if y'all do, but no one on the market is doing that. No one on the market is using that sustainable packaging. It is more expensive. You are paying for that, but we think it's better in the long run.
So, great job. Fun fact, lavender oil is also an endocrine disruptor. So, my question is, how will you be engaging medical professionals and researchers and dermatologists in your research for the product?
Actually, we've already talked to Westlake Dermatology, and we are going to continue talking to them and working with them and hopefully sell in their store. And we've also talked to someone, and we have this video to show you.
My name is Dr. Teresa Pugh. I'm a board-certified family physician, and I've also been an integrative medical doctor for over 10 years. I learned about EcoGlow and their ingredients today, and I think their ingredients sound wonderful and are a great non-toxic option for sunscreen. As an integrative physician, we try to minimize people's exposure to chemicals, and this is a great option.
That's awesome. She was my first doctor in Austin when I moved here. That's amazing. Well done.
Thank you.
So from a guy who grew up in Florida and didn't use, well, we used, what do you call it, the baby oil, yeah. And therefore I go to the dermatologist twice a year. First of all, great presentation, really well done. Are any of you in high school, college, you're going to be going into chemistry majors? No chemistry majors?
No, sir.
So I'm just, because this is really about chemistry, and I'd really be interested in, you showed how you made the product. I'm curious about where you even started and to know about those 6 ingredients that don't have any toxins in them. How did you even, I mean, you can Google anything, but how did you do it?
So we kind of broke it down. We wanted to find a moisturizer, a texture builder, something that actually protects you from the sun, and a good scent. So we kind of started there. We researched product by product, ingredient by ingredient, and we kind of narrowed it down to our 6. For a while, we didn't know where, we were kind of missing one thing. And it was like too thick, it wasn't getting there. We then researched how we can make it better consistency naturally. And we found sunflower lecithin that really just kind of changed our product and made it for somewhat complete.
We did do lots of researching, as Worthy said, lots of different websites kind of using information from everything, combining together to get the perfect thing. Obviously, as we've explained, that wasn't easy on the first try. We did bunches of trials to see what was perfect, using different amounts of everything. So it did take a lot of time to find the perfect recipe, but...
How do you know it works?
And then, so yeah, when we did finalize our recipe, we did talk to Westlake Dermatology chemists who do manufacture sunscreens, and then they gave us the green light with that recipe.
And we did have Dunpole actually test it out for us.
I don't know if you missed that slide, but we drew an E in his back.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So that's our product on his back, and he got pretty roasted for about a day.
do have one last quick question. When I was on Shark Tank, they screamed at me to get out of the kitchen. You guys are manufacturing yourself. I saw a slide that you will take it to a manufacturer at some point, and you're selling it for $36. You know, you said all in you're at $8. Have you guys ran those models for when you eventually do have to get there? If you go into anything like Amazon or Whole Foods or even TikTok Shop, have you guys thought through future modeling?
So we're actually selling at $30, not $36. Sorry, I didn't mean
No,
to
I love it.
correct you or anything.
You know your numbers.
So we need at least a 4x margin, right? So if we go into Target, they're not going to want to buy it for 30. They're going to want to buy it for 15. It costs us 8 to make, so we need to have some money in there, even though if they're buying more of it. That's kind of where we came up with that price. The reason why it's so expensive for us to make right now is really just because of our packaging. It's super high quality. I don't know if y'all have looked at it, but we try to find something that's a little bit more sustainable, like price-wise, before we scale up big, because we can't spend $5 on a package. So that's kind of where we're heading with that.
And on the packaging, what percentage is that of your COGS?
$3.
So,
It costs us $8 to make, $5 for packaging. So we're spending about $3 on ingredients.
Thank you so much.